Hey guys, in the last video we have seen what is the version control and one of the component used currently is the Git, and we got to know the basics of Git and what is the importance of using that Git in the software field. So today I'm going to show you how you can track your projects and what is a repository. Generally, if you think of a repository as your project's home, it contains all your project files along with the Git hidden history database. So to create one repository is very simple, so I'll just show you that how to create it. Just open your terminal. So I have opened a Git shell here, so I'll just go to this folder. CD is the change directory. So I'm going to create just a test folder to show how it would be there. So just to see the folders, in that folder we have the command called ls. So I need to go into the test folder. So this is an empty folder. Currently we don't have any files there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the command for initializing. It is git init. So once you run this, it creates a hidden folder called .git. Generally it stores the complete history of our project. So you should never modify or delete these folders because it contains everything Git needs to track your work. And once this repository is created, it uses generally a Git status to verify everything is ready or not. Okay, I'm just typing here. So it says that initialized empty Git repository. So if you go ahead and see, you don't see anything here. But if we click on the hidden folders, so you can see here the .git folder. So you have some of the files here. This is all related to the hidden databases, so you don't need to test these things because these are used for tracking the changes you make for the actual repository. And this repository has two important parts. So that one is that the actual files which you are mentioning, those are called project files. For example, if I have let me create some sample document here. Employee CSV file, I'm creating it and adding few records. Okay, I have added one CSV file and then loaded few records into that. So this all comes under the project files, and this is the, anyway you know that this is the hidden databases, that is the second folder, and these together they create a complete project history. So Git depends on these hidden informations, so you should be very careful to not to edit that any files manually. So if you and by any chance if you're going to edit these informations, probably it might get corrupted and you lose the track of the history as well. So we have added one of the file here, so let's add it in the repository. To see that, let's check first the status of this git status. So you can see here we have employee as the one, and to add this file we have a command called git add employee. If it is a single file, if we have multiple files, we can just add git add space dot star, so that all the files will be added automatically. So once you run the git status, so this file has been added into the staging folder. So this one we can commit it to the repository by giving git commit -m, and we can give some message here like adding the employee CSV file. So whenever you are giving the commit structure, generally git commit consists of three parts. One is commit. It contains some metadata like author, log message, and commit time. And next we have the tree there. So this one tracks the names and locations of the files and directories in that repo. It's just like a dictionary, like mapping keys to the files and directories. There is also a third part, a blob. It's a binary large objects, mainly contains data of any kind, basically file contents like this. Okay, so we have committed it. Now if you check the git status, it should be empty because we have already committed that file. Okay, and we also have the hash functions, generally git hash function. This hash functions, it generates a pseudo random number, and it allows us data sharing between repos. If two files are the same, then their hashes are the same. Git only needs to compare these hash values. Generally these values should be there, no? Like this. Let me see if I can get the hash value of the last commit. So you can see here we have the commit, author, date, those informations, and the log message as well for the git commit. So if, the hash message, what I was saying is, this is the hash number we can get here to track that. Okay, so just to see other log message, I'll be adding making few more changes to this file. So now if you see the git log here, nothing would be there because I have not even committed that. So I'll check the status first, git status, then git add dot star. Since it's a single file, I can mention that employee.txt just to show you guys that even this command works if you have multiple files. Just to make sure that to have multiple files, I'll be creating one more file, test.config. Okay, just to show you that status, we have two files here. Employee is existing file and it has modified it, and the test is the new file. So I'm going to add those changes directly using this command, git add dot star. So you can see the status now. So you can see two files has been, one is modified and another one is new file. So I have, in the git dot add, I have not mentioned any file, so it automatically took the two files which has got changed here. Okay, so I can commit it, git commit -m, added the config file. As a standard, do mention that messages properly, the log message, so that you can track the history very easily and get to know the informations when you run the command like git log is there, right? So you can get the command. See, this is the first one I have added and this is the second one I have added. Okay, this is how you can view the history through the git log command. And this git log is one of the most important and frequently used commands because understanding the project history is essential for debugging and collaboration. And next comes the git difference. Basically you have the before committing your work, you often need to compare what changes you made and is it okay to commit them. So you can use that git diff command which compares between the versions of your files. So just to show that, let me add few more records here in the employee tables. So if you see here, git status, we have one employee modified. Let's see, git diff. So you can see the contents here. In that difference for the employee text file, we have these below lines has been added. One is like new line character has been modified for the 4th row, and 5th, 6th, these two records has been added. So you can see the difference, and then once you're sure those changes, you can commit them. So that's how this git different will make things very easy for you to review the code before saving the changes permanently. And if you feel that okay, these changes mistakenly happened and we do not want to commit them, then you can, if you want to undo this entire commit while preserving the history, you can use a git revert as well. So before doing that, let me commit this. So just to see that status, so nothing is there. I have committed that changes. So what I want to make is just get me the git log so that I can see the history. So I have committed 3 commits here. So I want to roll back this, whatever the changes I made here. So we can use the git revert. So here we can pass git revert head as a head is only recent comment would be there. You can check the status. So if you see that git log, you can get to know the difference. So you can see the file here, the additional 2 lines has been removed, and even you can revert multiple changes also by using the git revert minus n head, by giving the numbers like second or third history. So there are few commands for this which will be used. Generally we have something called git revert head. What it does is it reverts all the files from the given commit. Okay, it reverses all these commits, and it's been opening the text editor there. If you do not want to open that, you can give the one more parameter like no edit, so that it doesn't open the text editor before reverting it. Okay, so this is how we can revert and maintain the differences. So what we have seen here is first we have seen how to create the repository by creating the initializing using the git init, and how to commit it. So during the commit we have 3 components there: commit, tree, and blob. And to check the logs we have git log command, and even we can even give for how much durations you want the logs as well, like there are some parameters where since and until. We can give the time duration also, like in ISO time duration. And we have the git show command as well to show the status, git show. Okay, and to check the difference we have git rep diff. So this video became lengthy, so I'll be covering in the next video for the features, how to create a feature branch and how to maintain the branches, and how to create a remote repositories and how to sync up them. So I'll be covering those in the next videos. Thank you for watching. We'll catch up with the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.